just got back from Rio and my head is still spinning from how incredible that city was. We're looking at moving there, hopefully within the next year. We loved it so much. Just so many things to do there. From what we could see, the cost of living might be about 10 to 20% more than what it is in Colombia. But for me, the quality of everything there is 5x what it is in Colombia. The quality of the food, drinks, service is incredible there. So much better than Colombia. One thing that I will note that the quality might not be better is the apartments and housing there. It seems a little bit outdated. Furnishing of the apartments and just kind of like the design doesn't seem quite as modern as what you get in Medellin and in Colombia. That's one downside, but that's actually kind of what we're looking at doing there. If we move there, will be to buy and renovate apartments and properties for Airbnb, for foreigners. We see a huge opportunity there because again, yeah, like you go on Airbnb, the apartments are, pretty outdated. Furniture, everything about it is pretty outdated, kind of like from the 80s, 90s is what it looks like in the outside of the buildings too. But that's kind of our idea for now. We'll see if we actually go through with it. But we're kind of looking for a new place to expand to go to, just with everything that's going on in Colombia. And also, we're just getting a little bit tired and bored of Colombia. But for me, this place is absolute paradise. There's so much to do there. Weather year-round is incredible. It seems like it's sunny there a lot more than it is here in Colombia. Medellin, it's always raining, always cloudy. When we were in Rio, it was sunny every single day, all day. It was absolutely beautiful there. We were there for about 5 days and it did not seem like enough at all. There's so much to do there and I wish we would have spent our full 2 weeks there in Rio. We ended up going down to Florianopolis and Balneario Cambuchi for about a week. It was cool, but nothing compares to Rio. So in this video, I'm gonna go over my top 5 things to do in Rio. We're there for about 5 days. So, we did the main things, the main tourist things, but I feel like we still missed out on a lot of things that we could have done just with the amount of things to do. It's just such an active city too. Like people are out, biking, running, playing football on the beach, playing beach volleyball, biking around the city. Just super active city. Brazilians are amazing, super active, always doing things. And they're super fit too. So number one thing that you have to do while you're in Rio is of course see Christ the Redeemer. This is one of the 7 wonders of the world. Actually in Rio they have 2 wonders of the world. They have one man-made wonder of the world, which is Christ the Redeemer, and also the Bay Area of Rio is considered a natural wonder of the world. So when you go there, you see 2 wonders of the world. The city I think that you have to go to once in your life before you die. It's just such a unique city and a city that I've never experienced anything like that before in my life. So to get to Christ the Redeemer, it's about a 15-minute Uber ride from Copacabana, and Ubers in Brazil are really affordable. Again, a little bit more expensive than Colombia, maybe about 10 to 20% more, but not too bad at all. And so once you get there, you have to buy a ticket to go up to the Christ the Redeemer, and you take a tram up there. And the cost for the tram is about $16 per person. And you get a really nice view as you go up. And of course, once you make to the top, you get incredible views, 360 views of the city. You see the Bay Area, you see Copacabana Beach, basically 360 views of the city. One tip is that I would recommend going during the week and a little bit earlier because it does get quite crowded during the afternoon. And so number 2 thing to do in Rio is of course Sugarloaf Mountain. I think this is actually my favorite thing. I think I like this better than Christ the Redeemer a little bit more. Just taking the cable cars up to the top was super cool. You actually take 2 cable cars to get to the top. One is to like a viewpoint, some mountain, and then from there you go up to the very top of Sugarloaf Mountain. And so one pro tip with this that I would absolutely recommend is get the VIP tickets. This lets you cut in line of all the lines for the cable cars to go there and to come back. This is a super busy place to go to, so I would recommend 100% getting the VIP. The cost difference is $24 is the normal price, and it's $40 for the VIP. About 16 bucks more, but I think it's 100% worth it because I think we saved probably a half hour going up, and then coming back the line was even longer because we waited for sunset. So I think we saved about an hour coming back and waiting in line. And you can book those tickets on the website. They have, you know, different options, the normal and also VIP. But you can book it, pre-book it, and they send you an email with the fly passes. And so number 3 thing that you should do in Rio is the Botanical Garden. I was pleasantly surprised by the Botanical Garden. We almost skipped this, and I'm really glad that we didn't because it is really beautiful. $10 to get in, so it's not bad at all, but it's massive. We spent almost 3 hours there walking around, exploring the whole park. You see monkeys. You see some really beautiful like plants and things like that. They have ponds with fish in them. Really beautiful place to kind of get away from the city. And it's actually inside the city. So it's kind of like an oasis away inside the city. But it's about a 15-minute Uber drive from Copacabana. So again, not bad at all. So 15-minute Uber drive there is about, we're spending like $3 to $5 for those Ubers. So not bad at all. And number 4 thing to do in Rio is to rent a bicycle and explore the city. It's a really cool thing to do. Like biking is really a big thing there. You see a lot of people bicycling around there. And they have these bicycles that you can rent all around the city. In Copacabana, Ipanema area, about every other block they have these places that you can rent bikes. So basically you download an app and you rent the bike, and you can return it to any one of those destinations that they have around the city. And Rio is a really biker friendly city. It's flat. It's not like Medellin where it's super hilly. So it's super easy to bike. And also the traffic there, you know, how people drive, they're so much more chill than Colombia. So you don't have to worry as much about like getting run over because biking is big in Colombia too. But a lot of people actually die here from bicycling and on motos too, because drivers are so aggressive here. I have a moto and I've gotten 2 accidents in the last 6 months and many more like very close accidents. So actually after visiting there, I said I'm done driving a moto or anything in Colombia because it's so dangerous and I don't feel safe. So I decided I'm gonna sell those. It's just not worth the risk. But in Rio, you really don't have much to worry about. They're so much more respectful. And so the cost to do this is to rent the bike, it's about 5 real. So, you know, it's about 5.3 real to 1 USD. So it's, you know, $1 to rent it. And then per additional hour, I believe it's about 2 real. So less than 50 cents per hour. We rented them for about 3 hours and it was like less than $3 to rent it. One thing that you want to make sure is that you have a way to get messages because on the app, they make you verify the account with a text message. So basically what we did is we didn't have reception there. We just put in a friend's number and we asked them for the code that they got, and then we put that in the app, and that's how we got it to work. That's just one thing you want to keep in mind with renting the bike, but it's a super cool way to explore the city. Down Copacabana, they have, you know, a biking path, so it's super beautiful. We did that around sunset hour, and the drive back coming from Copacabana, we were seeing the sunset. It was absolutely beautiful. And so number 5 thing that I think you should do in Rio, we actually didn't get the chance to do this. We ran out of time, but we found this Airbnb experience where you rent a yacht and you take it out, or they take you out during sunset, and they take you like around basically the bay around Copacabana. And it was only $45. It has great reviews. So definitely when we go back, we're gonna 100% do this. Yeah, I can't really say too much about this because we didn't actually do it, but it looked like an amazing experience. And just type into Airbnb, go in the experience tab, and then you type in Rio, and it's like one of the first things that'll pop up is the sunset yacht. That does it for the top 5 things to do in Rio. I know there's like a million more things to do in Rio and in Brazil. Brazil is massive. I think it's about the same size as the US, like area-wise. We went down south to like Floripa and some other places down south. I know there's also a lot of beach towns up north that you can go to, but for me, Rio really has it all. It has like the most incredible views that I've ever seen. You also like, you're right on the beach. There's so many beaches in Rio and in Brazil. Rio, you have Copacabana, you have Ipanema, you have Leblon, you have a lot of other beaches that are just a half-hour drive. You have like Barra de Tijuana, which is more like local. And another thing, it's like a really beach culture. Like people love going to the beach. You see so many people go to the beach. It doesn't matter if it's Monday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Every single day there's so many people at the beach. You also have amazing food, drinks, service. So it really has it all, and that's why we're looking at moving there. Again, I think it's a city that you have to visit once in your life. But yeah, that does it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed some different content from Colombia. I'm glad that we went there, and I'll see you guys in the next video.